Welcome to youtube.com/megadads. This is where gamer life really meets real life. The kids are here. The cat is even here. This is how things work around here. And it's time to talk about the best games of 2022. Here at Megadads, we're kind of a small group, right? We're a small family, and we don't have a chance to play every game that comes out. So this is a small sampling of the games that came out in 2022, because there was tons of games that we didn't even get a chance to play. Before anybody jumps into the comments talking about the games on our list, we don't get a chance to play everything, right?
Like half the things that come out we don't get to play because this guy doesn't spend a lot of money on video games, only ones that he really likes.
We can't buy everything, right, Nora?
No. He only buys the one that he's interested in.
But that said, we played more games this year than
ever.
So many great games to talk about this year. And we're gonna start with number 3, A Plague Tale Requiem.
What do you think it was?
I don't know, but it woke me up.
The house. A bad omen, I tell you.
Curfew is still in effect. Go back to your homes.
What's going on? Tell us the truth.
Enough lies. No, run, all of you! No!
A Plague Tale Requiem. Now this is a very grown-up game. This is not a game that kids should be playing.
Yeah, even if
Elliot saw a little bit of it. He probably shouldn't have, because it's a dark game.
it's scary.
It's scary.
We call it the rat game.
We call it the rat game. Now this is a game about a young girl and her small brother, and she's trying to protect him, and he's got this poisonous infection in his body that allows him to command a plague of rats. It's really a curse, because as he calls these rats forward, they cause incredible damage. There's a lot of death in this game. It's a very tragic game. It's a very sad game, but boy, oh boy, did Asobo Studio do a fantastic job with this sequel. It's the second game in the series, and it really just elevated everything about that first game. Better graphics, better story, better music. Hey, our cat's back. Lucy. Lucy. Can you, Lucy?
Lucy.
We're in the middle of...
Lucy, we are in the middle of a video.
Better graphics, better story, better gameplay mechanics. The world was so much bigger. I thought it was phenomenal. And Plague Tale Requiem really surprised me. It was one of the most surprising games, I think, of the year. Plague Tale Requiem was one of the best games in 2022. Now, we're gonna go to the top 2 games of the year. And this was a debate between...
I thought...
This was a debate. Him and I went back and forth about what was... Let's not spoil it yet. About what was going to be number 1 and what was going to be number 2. And we talked a lot about it. And we went back and we revisited these 2 games recently to kind of refresh our memories about what we thought would be number 1, number 2. Elliot, what is the runner-up, the second best game of 2022?
The second best game of 2022 is God of War Ragnarok.
Listen to me. I might have killed you. Until you learn control, you'll take no unnecessary risks.
Inaction is also a risk. You taught me that. Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
No!
God of War Ragnarok is a very cool game, and it jumps in right after where the last game left off, and it continues the story, and Atreus is all grown up. The whole world is covered in snow, and instead of them riding a boat, they ride these little wolf sleigh, kind of like Santa Claus.
Kratos and Atreus are kind of living in the wilderness, hiding after the events of the last game. They're raising up these really cool wolves, like you said, and they have a sleigh. But danger comes to find them, as it tends to do, and Kratos and Atreus are thrust into this story of destiny and saving the world. And what is really great about this game is how much it puts Atreus
into the story,
into the spotlight. It's really, this game is just as much about Atreus as it is Kratos, which we really liked because Atreus is a really cool character, right?
Yeah, we figured out what he really is.
There's all sorts of secrets. There's all sorts of revelations in this game. And the game itself is so much bigger, right? You get to go
The world is like 2 times as big as the last world.
You get to go to all the different realms.
All the realms.
There are lots more characters who not only kind of join and team up with you, but without giving spoilers away, you get a lot of more control over different characters in this game as well, which is really cool. It isn't just Kratos with Atreus at his side. There's a huge cast of characters in this game. Some are awesome sidekicks, some have secret motives, and some are nasty bad guys. This game's kind of like the Avengers for God of War, because there are so many heroes that come together to fight against Ragnarok. Right, Nora?
Yeah.
And it is the runner-up for Game of the Year for 2022, which means, Elliot, there's only one game left to talk about. The best game of 2022.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Now, Horizon Forbidden West released early this year, and Elliot and I played a ton of it. And I said to him immediately, like, there's no way anything will top this game this year. This is the best game of the year. And boy, oh boy, did God of War come really close. And in fact, Elliot was really convinced that that was his favorite game for a very long time. But
just yesterday, I switched to Horizon because we played it yesterday.
Because you were playing it and refreshing your memory. And man, this game is so special. Not only is this my favorite sequel that I've ever played, like the way that this game is so rich and it does everything better. The graphics are the best graphics of any game I've ever played. The music is fantastic with an awesome main song. In the Flood is really good. The characters are so deep and rich and varied. The different cultures that you come across, the different tribes. Aloy meets this new character that we're not going to spoil, but her name is Beta, and her importance to this story is so awesome. I was blown away at every part of this game. It's not only the best game of this year, this is one of my favorite games of all time. I adore this game. What do you love so much about Horizon Forbidden West, Elliot?
It's robots, like evil robots, good robots, and people, and they all come together and they smash together.
Huge war. There's a massive conflict in this game. This game just takes everything about the original title and adds layer upon layer upon layer to it. And you get to do so much more. The robots are cooler and bigger and grander, and you can at a certain point in the game, your override tool levels up. And you can override pretty much every robot in this game if you...
I still need to get a quarter. of them.
We still have a lot more in this game to play. We've been playing it since March. This game is so big, and it does the best thing. The first Horizon, after the end of the game, it was it. That was the credits, and if you wanted to go back in, it rewound you to before the final boss fight. This game lets you just keep going. After you beat the last boss, just keep exploring, just keep playing, just keep having fun and discovering and leveling up. The game never ends. It just never ends, and there's more coming. In just 2 months, there's going to be new DLC for this game, all new levels, all new robots, all new experiences to have. This game is phenomenal. It is really one of my favorite games of all time, and what made it so much fun was playing with you, because we really share a lot of the joy of these games together, and experiencing it, playing it with you and handing the controller back and forth. It actually has this really cool feature in the game where you can turn on 2 controllers at the same time and just hand off. They both can control Aloy. So if I'm sitting on the chair and you're sitting on the couch and I'm playing, I'll be like, Elliot, I can't do this boss fight. Can you take over? And I don't have to hand him my controller. He can just use the controller that's already turned on, and he picks right up. It's like co-op at the same time. Really cool. I've never seen that done before.
And also, when he's walking forward, when he was walking to a trap, sometimes when he's picking it up, I walk him into the trap.
Yeah, he messes with me. He messes with me as I'm.
And also when he's like, when he's walking somewhere, I'm like, let's go the other way.
Yeah, one of the greatest games I've ever played. Unbelievable. I love this franchise. I love this character of Aloy. I love the cliffhanger at the end of the game, promising more adventures to come. Horizon Forbidden West is the Mega Dad's best game
of 2022.
Now let's dance. Thank you for watching this Mega Dad's video. We hope you liked it. We hope you're shaking your butt. Shake your butt. Shake your butt.